Hello, and welcome to day 3 of the Ramadan podcast, Sara and Safa edition. Today, we're going to be talking about our days.
Again.
And, yeah, like every other episode. And
the other 2 episodes.
It's still plural.
Okay.
And so I think I'll let myself start with my day.
Go ahead.
I woke up at like 12, I think.
It's like 11:40, I think.
I woke up really late because I stayed up last night finishing some homework, and I wanted to go biking because the air outside is really nice, and I was like, I just need to go biking. So I went biking, and surprisingly I saw a lot of people outside. I think people are like getting over the quarantine.
I think it was a nice day today, and
that's true.
When there's nice weather, everybody's outside.
And so, excuse me. And so I went biking, and then I came back, stretched, and then I started editing the podcast that we did yesterday. And then I didn't sleep today, but I read my Muhammad Ali book. I have a biography on Muhammad Ali I got for like $5 from Barnes & Nobles. Mm-hmm. I've been slowly reading it, and I got to the part where he's fighting he's fighting the championship again, because he's fighting for the heavyweight championship because when he got drafted, he didn't go to Vietnam. And so because of that, there was like a court order, and the boxing industry was like, we'll never see you box again. And so he didn't work for a couple of years, and then in like 1971 he came back because like he gets lots of money, and now he's gonna fight Joe Frazier, I believe his name is Joe Frazier. And Joe Frazier is very like opposite of Muhammad Ali. Like Muhammad Ali,
bruh. Frazier's rich. I can't.
Muhammad Ali is very pompous and full of himself. Not full of himself. Yeah,
confident.
He's very confident and full of himself and very like outspoken. And Joe Frazier is very like, these are the facts and this is what I'm gonna do. And so people are like, and the fight was gonna make $5 million. Like, it didn't matter who won or who lose. Like, the ticket sales in and of themselves made $5 million. And it was like 2 black guys fighting. So everybody was like, this country is not racist. We have 2 black guys fighting and they're making $5 million. And it's like, yeah, that's sure, whatever. This is like 1972, so.
So civil rights movement just happened.
Yeah.
Probably still happening, technically.
Basically. And then after I read a little bit of that, and then we started making dinner, and then that happened. We'll go into the food later. What did you do today before we broke our fast?
For foodie time?
Yeah.
Well, I woke up at like 10:30, and then what did I do today? I woke up at 10:30. I had 2 group projects today. So I had one for protein, and Chimera wasn't working for me, so that was kind of annoying.
Is that the software?
That's the software I used to model the protein, and it just wasn't working today, so I couldn't take like the screenshots for our presentation that's due on Tuesday. So I'm gonna see tomorrow if it works, and then I'll just put them up tomorrow. I had a meeting at 5 with my 3:30, so my bioinstrumentation class. We have a project about doing a design for an instrument for a specific problem. And
instrument,
when I mean like an instrument, I mean like a device. So like, it's just the way.
Why would they call it an instrument?
Because it's something you use. I think like the meaning behind instrument is something you use. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's my instrument,
sure,
kind of thing. But so I did that at 5. It was a very short meeting because there wasn't much to talk about. It was just kind of like, oh, this is what we need to do. This is what we should do. And so we have like, we're gonna meet again. I'm just glad this is the last week of school.
Yeah, me too.
had so many projects. I'm like done.
I didn't have any big projects.
I have projects in literally all of my bioengineering classes.
Which is weird because I'm the business major and you're the bioengineer.
But I also have exams. So I have finals in some of them. So I did that. And then I did a lot of nothing.
You went walking though, right?
A whole lot of nothing. That was later. So after my 5 o'clock meeting, I went for a bike ride actually. So I biked, and I actually went by the new houses area. You know how it's like a big hill? I just went down the hill. No brakes, no nothing.
I did that.
I think I reached 25 miles an hour or something. No, like the hills by the new houses, so by the elementary school. You know how there's that big hill?
Oh, you went all the way down there?
I went down there.
Man,
it's actually kind of fun.
I didn't go past the aquatic center.
No, I went to the aquatic center, and then I climbed on the trail. So I walked by the tennis courts. I walked all the way to the new area from the trail,
right.
And then I biked down to the elementary school. And then after the when I got to the gravel, I got off the bike, and then I walked all the way to our street, and then I biked home. So that's what I did. It was fun because that hill is just it was going so fast. I was saying Bismillah 20 times. I was like Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. But it was so fun. But I think my bike tire was just shaking a little bit there, and it was don't fail on me, bike.
Did I tell you that I saw little foxes today?
Yes, you did.
So I was biking today, right? And the car stopped. And this car stopped, and he was this guy came out, and he was showing his kids something, and he's like, look, there's little foxes over by the woods. And it's across from the aquatic center, and you see you can barely see them, but it's a family of foxes, and they're just chilling, you know.
That's crazy.
And I went out with Nedra today. We went to get groceries. That's another big thing I did. We went out to get groceries because Mama wanted to make the slat mashwiya for Hala and Fatar. And so, and then when I went out again with Nedra, we saw a huge fox on our way. She's like, oh dang, I saw it. I was like, do you see it? It's over there. There's a really huge fox.
You found the mother or the father?
I don't know who it was.
Probably the mother.
It wasn't any of the baby ones though that I saw earlier in the day.
It's probably the mother.
And I went with Nether. We went to Winco, and then we went to Safeway. We went to all the shopping places because we were looking for peppers, and we couldn't find them. And we only found them in Safeway and in Winco. Winco ran out, and we needed more. So
that's a Winco for you.
Yeah.
Winco will do
that.
So
everything's still on shortages, and everybody's still super. I haven't been to Safeway or Winco since the quarantine started, and they have these plexiglass for the what are they called? Those people that scan your items?
The scanners.
The scanners. I don't know what they're
I think they're bagger. No, they're not baggers.
Not bagger. I don't know what the people called. Who scan, and then they're this is the amount, and you pay them.
Yeah.
I can't remember their names.
I forget the name.
But they have a plexiglass in front of them, they're going to operate on something. I don't know. And it's this is not going. I don't know how this is gonna help because somebody could sneeze on the food, the products, and they could take. I'm just thinking how it would not work, which is like bad of me, but like I'm glad that they're taking precautions to. But sometimes, like when we went to Safeway, like you know the ATM machine that you put your code in, like you put the card in, they like wrapped it up like with like this mache paper, and it's like. What is this gonna do?
Change it every day?
Yeah, like Nandra said when she went to Safeway last time, they didn't have this. She's like, they just put something new just to feel like they're feeling safe. It's like safety theater. You know what that is?
I think it's fine. Like, this is not a big deal.
I know, they're making it a big deal though.
That's true.
Do you know what like safety theater is though?
No.
It's like what.
I'm gonna guess it's like staged safety. It's
like staged safety. So like. But like when you put mache paper over like an ATM thing, like that's gonna make you feel safer, but it's not actually doing anything. Like that's the idea behind safety theater. And so like a lot of organizations use that so that they they show the world that like, oh, we care for our employees, but like secretly they're just like doing random stuff that don't actually help them.
Yeah.
And so that happened today. And then we came home and we made dinner. Dinner was barbecue today.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Meher did not cook them well, and Zainab did not cook well.
Cook what, the becuase?
Yeah.
Was yours also
Mine was
Naya? I didn't cook it, so I didn't care.
Naya means undercooked.
Naya means raw.
And my brother did the barbecue today. He made chicken and meat and hot dogs.
No, the reason why the chicken didn't cook well and the meat didn't cook is because like Mama like cuts it so the heat can go inside the meat, and Fatma just forgot to cut the meat correctly. That's why. So that's why it didn't cook all the way through. The thighs cooked fine. It's the legs. Chicken legs are always annoying to cook. They always just don't work. So you have to like cut through them.
But like, either you put too much in the Breek mixture, or Zainab just didn't cook it well enough.
Zainab puts it too high.
And then it only cooks the outside.
It only cooks the outside, it doesn't cook the inside.
That makes sense.
That's what she did last time. I don't know if she did the same mistake this time, but...
Mine, it was undercooked last time and it was undercooked this time, and I'm like getting pissed off slowly. Like, I love my egg rolls, I love my Breek, and I want it cooked.
Oh,
like
Breek is
usually
egg rolls.
She does it well. I don't know what's going on this time.
It's just, it's Ramadan.
Anyways, so dates, milk, soup, hot dog. That's what I ate.
Me, strawberry smoothie. Me, guacamole. Food.
I ate an orange. And then
bruh, I can't talk about what I had. Chocolate, cheesecake,
strawberry,
cheesecake with jam on it, and then strawberry yogurt with chocolate chip.
Damn, girl, that's a lot.
Destroyed the chocolate. But I'm not as full as it was the other 2 days, which I'm kind of happy. I don't like eating so much that I'm like bloated and full, and I'm like, I can't breathe. So today I was smart about it, and I didn't. So I only had like 1 piece of chicken and 2 pieces of meat, 3 pieces of meat, and then some guac and my smoothie. Then I had the sweets. So like I didn't eat a lot, so my stomach is thanking me, and I'm thanking my stomach.
I think we should transition now to like faith-wise, because today I got like I felt like everybody was mad at everybody.
I wasn't mad.
I mean, I wasn't mad either.
But also our family is just cranky when we don't have food. Like, let's be honest, after we ate the food, we were all fine. It's just we get cranky sometimes if we don't have, we're all hungry.
No, but like faith-wise, a problem for me during Ramadan is that I get really like angry at like 6 to 7, because that's like an hour before, like 2 hours before we get to eat.
And so your stomach is at like peak starvation.
No, I just get really, really just mad at everybody. Like last year, like we're at home. Like thank God we're at home when we're doing this right now. But last year I was a senior in high school, and I had to go to school. Like I took my AP Calc exam while I was fasting. And like that was at the beginning, so it was fine. But like later in the month, I would just like, I was mad all the time.
I remember.
It was so bad,
stupid.
and I got so I was like so disappointed in myself, because in this month we're supposed to like not be mad. Like it's a holy month. We're supposed to be happy that this is happening.
You're not supposed to be you're just supposed to be thankful for what you have.
Exactly, and I
but
wasn't mad. I was just pissed off all the time. And I hated that, I was, because I know I'm not supposed to be that. And so like Nedra said, maybe I should wake up for suhoor. Suhoor is the time before we start fasting in the day, so like you eat an early breakfast. And I
watched this video where somebody ate suhoor, like they tried Ramadan for their first time, and they ate literally the biggest suhoor they could in their entire life. And he's like, I don't understand why I am still hungry. He's like, I literally ate a banquet at 3 a.m. and I'm still hungry.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't like suhoor. It's not.
I don't eat suhoor because I just don't eat suhoor. I'm too lazy to wake up and do it.
Same with me, but like maybe I should start eating soda. Like, I got yogurt and I got my French vanilla crackers, so maybe I'll start eating that.
Maybe.
And see if I get less angry. Maybe I just need to read more Quran. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I think my goal this Ramadan is just not be angry at everything.
It's PTSD from last Ramadan.
I also read a surah today. I read surah not نازعات عبسة? No. عما يتساءلون. Surah An-Naba. I read Surah An-Naba today. Don't know the name of the surah unless I recite it.
I love النازعات, Surah An-Nazi'at.
And I'm gonna read another surah after this.
I like the surahs that are like fun that are like, they have the rhyme and they have like a...
I think it's more like a nostalgia thing, like when we were in class and we would like recite it together. It was more fun that way than like memorizing it and getting stressed out over like not getting it right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read Quran after this. But what did you do faith-wise today?
Faith-wise today, I read my Quran. I read 5 pages today, not 10.
It's okay. I mean, it's your first time trying to do.
It's not though. It's like my 3rd Ramadan trying to do this. Like I've challenged myself.
At least you're doing something.
I'm trying, but I read 5 pages today, and then I just read the 5 pages. There's nothing else to do except for pray.
Right.
And thank God. I was like,
I'm good at praying for some reason.
That's good.
No, I just get like, so if I don't pray, I like feel extremely guilty, and then I like guilt myself into like doing it right next time. That's how I pray.
What it is.
What?
So Yusuf doesn't pray, but Ahmad is praying now, and Ahmad is trying to get Yusuf to pray.
Right. Oh, you've told me this before.
And he basically guilts him into praying.
Right.
Because
that's the only way I
hilarious. Pray. So the way he does it is he goes, because sometimes he doesn't pray Isha, which is like the last prayer of the day. He goes, what does he do? He's like, you need to thank God that there's a roof over your head. You need to thank God that you have a bed to sleep tonight. And he basically guilts him into praying Isha, which I think is so smart, but so funny at the same time. Like, it's just so funny because he'll be like, I can call your mom right now, and she will know that you're not praying. And it's like, that's the ultimate, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, do not tell my mom. And so he gets up and he'll sit there for like 10 minutes telling him, like, yo, thank God. You should thank God. And you think, and he'll be like, oh no, I thank God. He'll say like, oh no, alhamdulillah, I have all of this. And he's like, no, thank God by praying.
The reason why a lot of people have like issues with praying is because we have to do it 5 times a day. I think that's like the biggest hurdle.
I think the biggest hurdle. I think the biggest hurdle is just like actually doing it. Like, because some people are like, oh, I'm too lazy, or oh, I don't have the time, or oh, I don't want to. Like, it's a mental blockage. It's not the amount. It's just because some people like will want to pray, but like they just can't. Be like, oh, I'm gonna pray starting tomorrow. It's like those people are like, I'm gonna start a diet on Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday.
It sounds like Garfield.
Basically, and so I think like the biggest problem with those people is just they just don't have like either the motivation, or they just don't care, or they think it's just like you said, it's like 5 prayers a day, so they think it's just like, I don't have enough time to do that much. And I think that like, oh, I'm doing everything else, so I'm fine. I don't need to pray.
Prayer is the only thing I'm good at, though. That's why I do it all the time.
That's good. Because
like the Quran, like I have a phobia of that because of what happened.
I guess so.
I like if I read it and it's not flowing well, I get like mad at myself, and then I just close it. I'm like, I shouldn't be reading it like this, and then I end up never reading it.
So you're just a perfectionist.
Exactly.
I just read it and I stumble all the time.
Praying is like, even Nedra, she's like, you're good at praying. Like, which it surprised me because I thought like praying was like the easiest part of this whole big gig.
But like, some people find it the hardest part. Because
like when I pray, it's like, it's a piece, like there's part of like 5 times a day it's quiet for me, and that's when I'm
if you
praying.
Think about it, it's just 5 minutes a day.
Exactly. It's like 5 times 5 is 15, so like 15
5
minutes
times
a day.
5 is 25.
25 minutes a day.
Math? Can you do math? What was that the one day where
Shut up, no, shut up. 25 minutes a day is just, it's peace and quiet, and you're on your own, and you're just like, you're meditating basically, and it's really calming for me, at least, as I like doing it.
Good job.
How about you?
I pray.
Mm-hmm.
I see it as calming and stuff. Like, I know that when I finish prayer, I like, if I don't, because the devil comes when you pray and he makes you remember all of these things. And I'm an engineer, so I have 10 million things to do. So like, be in the middle of a surah, and I'll be like, oh shoot, I forgot to do that project or something. But like, if that doesn't happen to me during the prayer, and I'm like focused, and then like, when I said them at the end, when I'm done with it, I feel like reconnected. Like,
right.
Like I just feel like at total peace.
I feel like it's like a therapy session.
It's literally like when I finish it, like if you like see those, if any of you have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and you see the
it's a
episode
on Nickelodeon,
and you see the episode where the guru's like, you have blockages and it's like chakra and stuff. And he like basically takes away these like mushy moss things that are blocking the water from flowing. And I feel like that when I go into the prayer, and then like when I'm done with the prayer, he like relieves, he like takes the moss out and the river flows clearly. And like that's what I feel. I feel like I am a clear, clean person kind of thing. And it's interesting to me sometimes, like when I'm done with prayer, I just like sit there for a second and just like feel myself, like my inner self kind of thing. It's very interesting. Like it's definitely soul, like there's something you gain from it soul wise, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So I always find it interesting when I finish prayer.
You know what I tell people? They're like, how can you like pray 5 times a day? Like, because when I was in high school, I would leave my class to go pray. Like, some people wait until class is over. I'm like, nah, if I'm not doing anything in class, I'm gonna go pray because it's more important. They're like, how can you do it 5 times a day? I'm like, I'm basically just venting. Like, literally, I'm just like, today sucks today. Thanks for giving me life, God. But like, today did suck. And like, I'm just venting to him, and like, he has no bias. Like, he cares about everything. And so isn't that just like the best kind of person to vent to? Isn't the person who has no bias and has just everything but love, like nothing but love for you? Like, isn't that the best person to tell your problems to? And I get to do that 5 times a day. I think that's
an interesting way to think about it. I don't think about it that way. I think about it differently, but
and so they're like, you're not worried about? I'm like, no. Like, he deals with all the stuff that I have to worry about. Like, why would I be worried? He has my back. All I have to do is bow to him 5 times a day. That's a legit deal for me. That's how I think about it.
That's pretty cool. I've never thought about it that way. I think about it in terms of like a payment kind of thing. Like, yo,
no, it's not a payment.
Yo, things. No, not like a payment, but like a payment, like, like a deal. Like, I'll give you my 25 minutes for my life. Thanks.
I mean, sometimes it's like that, but most of the time for me, I'm just venting. Like, hey cool. God, today really sucked. I filed my sister, but I love her too, and thanks for letting her live. Thanks for, like, I'm just thanking him the entire time. Like, yes, I'm venting, but I'm also thanking him for things. Like, you realize, yeah, I fought with my sister today, but she's also still here. That's nice.
Here's a negative, but here's a positive that comes out of it.
So, yeah. I think that pretty much sums up our day.
And prayer, which is awesome and cool.
I mean, that's not the entire discussion. That's just from our perspective.
Yeah. So, like, every Muslim will have their own perspective on prayer. There are some Muslims who don't pray at all, and there are some Muslims
and that's,
who
like,
are,
okay. I mean, like, they're working on it. So
some of them aren't, but, like, some of them are just chilling in their own film.
Let's, like, just be positive for a little bit and say, inshallah, every Muslim is working on their prayer.
Inshallah.
And inshallah, Allah is accepting all of those prayers.
Inshallah. It's the month of Ramadan, so
have to be hopeful.
He's very accepting during this month.
That's true.
So even if they're not praying, I think he's like, yo,
it's cool.
You good. You have the niya, which means niya is like the
intention.
The intention behind it. So like,
oh my god, I'm gonna put a link in the description to an amazing song called Intentions by Native Deen.
I love Native Deen. Y'all should check them out. They're pretty fancy. We used to sing to them all the time as kids.
Yeah.
I like want my children to love Native Deen as much as we love Native Deen.
I'll put a link in the description. They basically describe what your intentions are in a rap music video, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty fun. But I think that will end our discussion today about prayer. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about,
hit us up in the comments.
Yeah. And then, what is it? Link, subscribe.
I hate you. Link, subscribe, like the video.
Yeah, link.
Shut up.
One day we should go over our dictionary.
Yes.
I love that. We have a dictionary. That's for another day. But link, subscribe, like. Yeah, link, subscribe, like. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. So,
Ramadan Kareem.
Salam.